Hi there. So in 2020, I healed metastatic breast cancer using alternative methods. And there are a plethora of things that I did that I will break down into bite-sized pieces for people to hear. But ultimately, at the moment, I have dry blood testing taken every 3 months. And my last ones were actually pretty shocking, like shocking enough for me to completely get back on the wagon and sort my shit out, because it showed a lot of oxidative stress, a lot of lymphatic stress, liver stress, heart stress, and some little blobs of some kind of stuff that shouldn't be there anyway. And so now my blood guy has always said to me, Charlene, you need to do your blood sugar, make sure that's stable, sort out your lymphatic system. And I've had a lot of chronic pain in the last year, which I thought was musculoskeletal, and it is. It's fascia related, but it's also lymphatic related, and I hadn't put two and two together. So I bought this course on the lymphatic system, so I've been doing work with that. I've bought a course on the fascia system because I'm just addicted to learning about modalities that are going to get me better and things that are ultimately going to make my life better. And so I'm just kind of addicted to learning, really. And I didn't realize how intricately weaved, like the fascia, the glucose, and the lymphatic system, like the three of them work so closely together. And I've been wearing a Lingo, a wearable glucose monitor, and that has highlighted how out of kilter my blood sugars are. Because when you take a little pinprick after a meal, a couple of hours after a meal, it shows a number, and I couldn't really make sense of that number. It needed to be contextualized. And so when I did it as a wearable, I could see where I was spiking and what was causing the spiking. And it was just, my God, it was so enlightening. And I used the Lingo one, which was really good because it had an app that came with it, and it had suggestions that if, your blood was too high, then what you needed to do to get it down. And so I just found it fascinating, wore it for a couple of weeks. But now I realize I've got to go really hard on the lymphatic system, but gentle at the same time, in order to get my proper functioning of my waste system, really, because otherwise it's just so clogged up, which will then cause my blood sugar to be higher. And it's like, oh my God, like I've heard these things a million times, but I've never listened to them. Like I've listened, but they've never hit until doing this. And it's like, oh my God, I have control of this now. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm making big changes in order to sort things.